Hey Al, sorry, I know it's been a while, but just took the last week off just to, relax a little bit, but now I'm back into the swing of things. So recently, as we know, Joe Biden just announced Kamala Harris, Senator of California, as her running mate, and I have a lot of thoughts about this. So, as someone that considers himself a progressive, obviously Kamala Harris is not someone that I'm too fond of, but let's get to some of the positive things that Kamala Harris has done throughout her career. So she was a former district attorney in San Francisco, and then she later was promoted to the Attorney General of California, which are very important feats. And in fact, she was the first black woman to hold two of those positions. Some other positive things that Kamala Harris has done is that she enacted the Open Justice, which is a database that provided public access to crime stats provided by the state. Now, this included data about the use of force and won the support of some police groups and even activists. She even started a program to divert low-level drug offenders away from prison and into school and jobs, which had a recidivism rate of less than 10%, which is amazing when you consider that the recidivism nationwide was at 53% at the time. So one of the good things about Kamala Harris is that she is opposed to the death penalty. Now, in fact, back when she was a district attorney in San Francisco in 2004, that's when she was first appointed to that position, there was a case in which a man had killed a police officer. And she decided to not sentence the guy who killed this cop to death. And this angered the police forces in San Francisco because they thought, oh, you're backstabbing us. We supported you being elected as the district attorney of San Francisco, and then you won't even punish this guy that killed one of our fellow cops. So I want you guys to keep this thing in mind because this is very important. Now, why I brought that whole point up about Kamala Harris is that this is one of the reasons why Kamala Harris has, for the most part of her career, been very pro-cop. And in fact, that leads me to my next problem with Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris she's very law and order oriented. She's very pro-cop. And one of the reasons why she has this type of mindset is because after she chose not to go after that guy who killed the cop, the backlash she received, it made her more wary of doing things that would be contrary to the interest of the police. So throughout her time as an attorney general in California, as a district attorney in San Francisco, a lot of times she decided not to go after police brutality related cases. And that's such a large issue for me because you have these photo ops that you're doing wearing the kente clothing back when the Democrats proposed this legislation, and yet here you are, you're not tough on cops, in my opinion. That's one of my biggest issues with Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris, in her second term as Attorney General, she refused to endorse a bill called AB 86. This was a bill that was also opposed by police unions, and this bill would have mandated her office to appoint special prosecutors to examine deadly police shootings. And now, if your whole shtick is that you're a progressive prosecutor, you're in favor of making sure that the police are held accountable, you have to definitely be in favor of appointing special prosecutors in these police brutality cases. But that's a topic for another day. She also started an anti-truancy program and argued that students who skip school are the ones who end up in the criminal justice system. And it also threatened prosecution for parents whose kids were frequently absent, but it also helped them with healthcare problems and other hurdles to getting their children to school. But you see, my thing is, if your whole shtick is that you're a progressive prosecutor, it's kind of ironic that you're threatening jail time to parents whose children miss a lot of school, especially when especially California, are known for having over-incarceration issues. How is that facing any of the social issues that would cause parents to keep their kids at home? You can't be this law and order, oh, I'm going to throw you in prison because your kids don't come to school enough, which also in itself seems a little bit elitist to me because you're not considering why some of these parents may not be able to bring their kids to school, right? She also didn't go after Steve Mnuchin, who is the treasurer. He's the head of the Federal Reserve. He's one of Trump's lackeys. This guy, he basically had a mortgage company back in California, right? And they were accused of mortgage fraud, right? They foreclosed homes on thousands of homeowners in California, and her office decided not to prosecute him. And now this guy is the treasurer. And as we've seen in the pandemic, he has been giving billions of dollars to corporations that he's beholden to, basically just letting them loot the treasury. So because she didn't go after this guy, now here he is in such a high-ranking position in the White House. And I'm not saying that even if she did decide to go after him, that he would have, you know, ended up not being in the cabinet. But still, it's not a good look that you didn't go after such a financial criminal. And again, she's also not in favor of Medicare for all too. Like back when she was running late last year, she just used the slogan of Medicare for all, but she wasn't really in favor of it. But you see, that's the problem with Kamala Harris. She's just a career politician at the end of the day. Obviously, yes, Biden and Kamala are better than Trump and Pence, obviously. But at the same time, I have to be honest. I don't want to be coming off like a partisan hack. Just because I think that they're better for the country doesn't mean that, you know, they have no problems. Doesn't mean that Kamala Harris doesn't have any spots on her record. Once again, thank you so much for watching, guys. If you like what you see here and you want to see more, make sure to hit that like button, click on the subscribe button, hit that bell so you never miss a notification, and I'll see you guys next time.